Y'all get ready?
Yes, you get ready.
If you want the latest news in the streets, join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovelyti TV show, bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovelyti TV show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.
Hey tea sippers, I hope you guys are doing good today. So if you guys do not know, Donald Trump and Charlemagne the God are currently beefing on social media. At this point, you can't make this shit up. This presidency is just turning into like a reality TV show. Literally, every day it's something. It's always some type of beef. He's always, tweeting and going back and forth with somebody. So what basically happened was that Charlemagne the God was talking to Lord Trump, and Charlemagne is basically talking about Jeffrey Epstein, which seems to be a big thorn in Trump's side. And he's saying that the traditional Republicans may end up pulling a power move because this Jeffrey Epstein thing, MAGA is not going to let it go, and they're going off about it. His biggest supporters are really pissed off about, the Jeffrey Epstein list not being revealed, them being gaslit for years about this list, only for Trump to dismiss it and diss his own supporters. So Charlemagne the God is hitting on that. So we're going to go ahead and watch that right now.
Conservatives are going to take the Republican Party back. I think there's a political coup going on right now in the Republican Party that people aren't paying attention to.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I think that this Epstein thing is going to be a way for traditional conservatives to take their party back. I really do. I think that they know this is the issue that has gotten the base riled up. The MAGA base isn't letting this issue go, and for the first time, they know they can, probably take their party back and not piss off the MAGA base. I think they're going to do that. Additional conservatives.
So after that video went viral all over Twitter, Trump decided to clap back at Charlemagne the God on Truth Social. So I'm going to go ahead and read to you guys what Trump had to say about Charlemagne right now. So Trump says, the very wonderful and talented Laura Trump, whose show is big ratings success, put racist sleazebag Charlemagne the God. Why is he allowed to use the word God when describing himself? Can anyone imagine the uproar there would be if I used that nickname? He is a low IQ individual that has no idea what words are coming out of his mouth and knows nothing about me or what I have done. Like just ending 5-year wars, including 31 years bloodbath between the Republic of the Congo and Rwanda, where 7 million people have died. There's no end in sight. He didn't know that. Or India and Pakistan, or wiping out the Iran nuclear capabilities, or closing the horrendous open borders, or creating the greatest economy. Child. Where prices and inflation have come way down. Where stupid and corrupt Joe Biden set the record for doing the worst job as president ever. But this dope, Charlemagne, would vote for Sleepy Joe or Kamala. Remember, 1 year ago, our country was dead. Now it's the hottest country anywhere in the world, MAGA. So that is what Trump had to say, and Charlemagne has replied back this morning on the Breakfast Club, so we're going to go ahead and listen to what Charlemagne had to say to that Truth Social post.
Now, the personal insults, I don't care. He called me a sleazebag. I looked up the definition of sleazebag. Says it's a disgusting or despicable person. Depending on who you ask, that may apply to me. Okay, I personally prefer friendly neighborhood a-hole. He said I'm a low IQ individual. I don't know. I've never taken an IQ test. He said I have no idea what words are coming out of my mouth. Absolutely true. Okay, I've been surprising myself my whole life, like, damn, I actually said that? Now, let's get to your claims. He said I don't know anything about him ending 5 wars. Mr. President, nobody knew that. Because it's not true. All right, there is zero evidence, nothing credible whatsoever that says President Trump played any role in ending the ongoing, keyword, ongoing conflict in the eastern DRC or in Rwanda. Okay, America has not brokered any major peace deal between the DRC and Rwanda during Trump's second term. And wiping out Iran's nuclear capabilities, you did pull off a significant strike, but it didn't eliminate Iran's nuclear capabilities. Saying you wiped it out is an overstatement because according to reports, no enrichment facility was destroyed. And now, the personal insults, I don't care. He called me a sleazebag. I looked up the definition of criminals. But since Homeland Security started to work to deport more people, okay, immigrants with legal status or no criminal history are being detained and deported too. That's not right. Okay, your family is always in fear.
Who family you talking about?
Okay, all right. Listen, my fellow Americans. Listen. My fellow Americans. We are in a strange time right now. A time we have never seen because authoritarian strategy is being used against anyone who speaks out against this administration. But that, along with his reaction to what I said on Laura Trump, shows how authoritarians will attempt to bully people into pushing false narratives. President Trump, do you realize the best way to get the headlines you want is to simply do a good job? Is to simply do right by all Americans? He called me a racist. I didn't mention race not one time on Laura Trump. I didn't bring up the fact that President Trump issued an executive order directing oversight of institutions like the Smithsonian to remove or suppress narratives about systemic racism in black history. They want to reframe cultural memory to eliminate discussions of criminals. But since Homeland Security started to convince America the economy is all good when it's not, maybe for people in a certain tax bracket, but for majority of your constituents who aren't in the 1%, it's not all good. So you can hire a new labor statistics chief to lie about the numbers. It won't stop the reality of people being unemployed. Okay, you can tell falsehoods about inflation being down. It won't stop the reality of the price of consumer goods being high because of tariffs you implemented. So listen, President Trump, don't worry about Leonard, okay? Don't worry about Charlemagne the God. I know something I said hit a nerve and rattled you a little bit, but I don't want you rattled. I want you to end wars. Okay, I want you to keep the border secure. I want you to have the economy booming. Okay, I want all these things to be true. I am an American. I don't care who's in the White House. I want America to succeed. Okay, believe it or not, I'm rooting for you. But I need you focused. And right now, you're not focused. Okay, we need you focused on two things: the economy and Epstein. All right, I need you to keep the promises of a great economy.
Ooh-wee, so y'all just heard that read, honey. Charlamagne went in and he stated facts, not falsehoods, not over-exaggerations. He came with the receipts, and, you know, I respect his rant. Okay, he definitely clapped back as he should have. You know, it's very funny that Trump is saying that the economy is great. You know, this is the best economy ever. We see that as of August 1st, the tariffs are actually tariffing. Prices are changing. Walmart is raising prices. Tags are being switched. He tried to fire the lady that does the labor statistics. But like Charlamagne is saying, a lot of people are out here on TikTok and on social media complaining, saying that they have been out of work for months and they still cannot find work. The money is not money in. The jobs are not there. The ports are empty. And it's just insane that he's worried about Charlemagne the God. So we're going to go ahead and watch some TikTok videos of people talking about the price of goods, what's going on at Walmart, what's going on in general with the economy, more people speaking truth versus what the president posted on Truth Social, okay?
Why did you fire the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics? Because I think her numbers were wrong. Just like I thought her numbers were wrong before the election. Days before the election, she came out with these beautiful numbers for Kamala. I guess Biden/Kamala. And she came out with these beautiful numbers trying to get somebody else elected.
Somebody come get your grandpa. Trump is claiming that the commissioner of the Bureau of Labor Statistics is intentionally lying to help Democrats and then lying again to make Trump look bad. Okay, fine. Then charge her with fraud. If she's lying, charge her with fraud. Have the Department of Justice investigate her and charge her with a crime. But they won't, because that's easily, because she's not lying. Trump just didn't like the numbers that she put out. The DOJ can easily investigate her and see if she's lying. MAGA, listen to me. Because Trump wants to lie to you without any pushback. Everybody's in on the joke. Everybody knows this except you. I know this. Those right-wing influencers that you watch, they know this. The Trump administration knows this. Everybody's in on the joke except you. Do you know why? Because you're a sucker. That's why.
So we all know that grocery store prices are just creeping up more and more every single day, but Walmart now is also using dynamic pricing. And if you haven't seen these in your stores yet, you might be seeing it really soon.
Do you know why Walmart is switching to those digital price tags in all the stores? It's to squeeze every last dime out of your wallet.
And that little electronic tool is going to help them do it. The digital tag allows Walmart to change the price in real time by store using an algorithm from a centralized database. Hell, an employee might not even know the price changed. Let's say there's a spike in demand for a certain medicine in Philadelphia because of a flu. Walmart can raise the prices in Boston before anyone realizes there's a shortage. And because there's a digital price tag, no one even saw the increase happen. Walmart's supply chain intelligence gives them countrywide insight. When inventories of baby formulas dip nationwide, they'll be able to jack up the price. Who knows, 20%? This is an opportunity to have price manipulation on a nationwide scale. And the public in America has never experienced anything like this because Walmart isn't just content with volume. They want margins. So the next time you see that digital tag, know because of it, you're going to be a little bit poor.
$17.33. That's how much I paid today for this coffee. I'm here and I'm just adding some numbers together and doing my budget because you know what? Today I asked my husband, where's the money? We're making the best we've ever made. Both earners, both incomes, good incomes and everything. And we don't have money. We're living paycheck to paycheck basically. So I put the numbers together and I decided to look at my budget. On June the 2nd, 2023, and I'm going to try to insert somewhere here the photo I took a shot of, how much I paid for it. On June the 2nd, 2023, the same exact coffee was $9.92. It's almost doubled in 2 years. Of course, my salary hasn't doubled. My income has not doubled. It went up a little bit, but certainly nowhere near that. And I don't know where my money goes every month. I'm struggling.
So we get grocery delivery from Walmart every 2 weeks, and we have for about a year. So I don't change it much. It's pretty much always the same. It's mostly fresh fruits and vegetables, staple goods, household stuff like toilet paper, cat food, a lot of fresh fruit and produce because that's mostly what we eat. So I decided to look. On average, every 2 weeks, the cost has increased on a standard order, the same thing every week. If I take out everything else in the last year, the cost has gone up on average 8% a month. In the last 5 months, it has gone up 20 to 22% every month.
So dynamic pricing is a big problem because at one store, the cost of an item could be one price, and then at another store, it could be a different price or at different times of the day. And then remember back in time when you used to look at an ad and plan for the week what you wanted to get at a grocery store because they would highlight what the deals are. You could even maybe cut some coupons. How do you do that now? Because it's just dynamic. So where can we even plan to, save some money during the week if the prices are just constantly changing? And this is not just at Walmart. Other stores are doing this as well. So we all know that grocery store prices are just...
Alright, so if you shopped at Walmart recently, they're doing this shady thing where they take all the perforated pieces off the tags, but every once in a while you'll find one that still has the actual price left on it, but they're marking it up.
So I went to my local Target to see if they're doing it. Take a look. Look at that. All of the tags are ripped off. Look at that. $20. $20. Wait till you see the price increase. $35. That's double. That is double. That price went up twice as much.
$35 for a small tennis skirt? It's getting real out here, y'all.
Trump campaigned on lowering prices. We have him on video, actually, right here.
If you want to bring the prices down, if you want to have a good life, vote for Trump.
All of these companies are coming out and saying that they are going to massively increase the cost of their goods, including on essentials. All of these suckers are saying, that's okay, just wait, guys. Trust the plan. Trust the process. And they don't know what a fucking regressive tax system is. I gotta hand it to them, though. Only Donald Trump can cut taxes for the ultra wealthy, shift the tax burden to the working and middle classes, and raise their taxes. And not only are they gonna be okay with it, but they're gonna fucking thank him. These suckers are gonna thank him. Yeah, good job. Good job, guys. Trump's economy paid for by fucking suckers.
Guys, y'all ain't gonna believe this freaking crap. Me and my husband just left the grocery store, walked there with not even 4 bags, and paid over almost $300 something. Everything has just went up double. Like, what the heck, man? This is getting crazy. We can't even afford groceries anymore. My husband brings home not even $500 a week. And we can't afford this freaking crap. And we went to fill out for freaking food stamps to get help. They denied us. They said he made too much. Off of not even $500 a week. That's crazy. That's ridiculous. We can't even get help. But that's not the point. My husband, he works. And I can't work. This is getting out of control.
$700. $700.05. That is what I just spent at Walmart to buy groceries for my home, to buy our essentials. Like, I didn't buy anything wild and crazy and extra. The only thing that I would say that I bought that was extra was I bought a couple of those cheap t-shirts that are like the $5 t-shirts in the kids section because my daughter loves them. Two of my daughters love them. And then I bought a pair of $7 black shorts for my daughter because she needed some. So that wasn't even extra because she needed some. And I bought me a pair of shorts. $700. I can't afford this. Like, I'm a teacher, and my husband also works for my school district, and the cost of living has gone up so freaking much, but we're not raising teacher salaries. We're not raising them. We're not making them match what is happening right now and how much everything has just skyrocketed. Like, it's getting to the point to where we have to choose, are we paying this bill or are we feeding my kids? And I will choose to feed my kids every freaking time. I don't care. I just can't. I don't care anymore. But now it's going to get to the point to where it's like, okay, we don't have a vehicle. I guess we're walking everywhere. And I get so mad when I get people on here that is like, well, get another job. I do. I have another job. I have 2 other jobs. I am a photographer, which is really not getting any business because nobody can freaking afford it. It doesn't matter if I change my prices or not. And I also do Spark delivery on the side as much as I possibly can, which makes me then gone from my family all day long and not making enough to still make ends meet. My husband is doing other side jobs. Like, we can't afford this anymore. And I'm so tired of, it's not like, I don't even know how to say it anymore because I'm tired of beating around the bush on like the politics about it. I don't care anymore about all this extra stuff. Like, you know, I just want to be able to afford to feed my family. 2 years ago, this would have cost $350 and that still made me want to choke. $700.05 is how much I spent at Walmart today to try to feed my family, hopefully for the next few weeks. Our politicians need to do better because the average American family cannot afford this anymore, and our children are going to suffer. And I just can't.
Okay, I just got done with Walmart. If you saw my video just a little bit ago about how much I spent for just 29 items, I had to use my credit card because I couldn't afford it. I'm a single mom. Come on, people. Trump, everybody, lower the grocery bills. We gotta eat. We gotta feed our kids. Come on, really take this seriously. Trump, the administration, anybody listening, please lower the grocery bills. We can hardly afford this stuff anymore. Thank you and bye. This is my rant for the day of Saturday. Bye, guys.
We're here in Florida on vacation. We just got back from Publix. We were like blown away by the prices at Publix. I don't know where other people are shopping at, but we thought the prices were so high compared to where we're from. Like the prices of a Starbucks instant coffee, like a little tiny thing was $13. On my last video that I did about grocery shopping, everyone said to go to Publix because it was more affordable. I don't know. I'm like, wow, we were like blown away. So we spent almost $300 for 4 or 5 days in Florida. We did get some nicer beer, obviously wine, some nice seafood to cook out tonight. But besides that, I mean, just in general, the prices were expensive. We're like, oh my gosh, how are people like feeding more than 1 or 2 kids here? I have to mention the pepper. The pepper my husband got was $4 for 1 pepper, not organic.
How come no one's freaking out harder about how high grocery prices are right now? In 2020, my grocery bill was $100 to $150 a month. Now, it's $300 to $350 a month. And now, I don't even buy meat. I can't afford it. I dumped Publix. I only go to Target because it's the cheapest option near me. I almost never buy the name brand stuff. This is beyond inflation at this point. This is just a full-on scam. Last week, I went and got salt, shaving cream, and a salad kit. Altogether, these 3 tiny things cost $10.31. A box of salt was $4. Like what? I could rub it on my skin and live forever? It's salt.
Hey guys, just wanted to get on here really quick and talk about the crazy price shock we are all experiencing when we go to the grocery store. Right now, specifically Walmart, you know, the low price leader of the country. They're not the low price leader anymore. I mean, I don't think so anyway. So So the prices are really going up. Everybody is reporting about it. And you're seeing it across the board. It's not just food, it's pretty much everything. I know a lot of people have already decided not to go to Walmart and boycott it. But for those of us that have still been shopping there, we're, you know, seeing the price increases. And you're seeing it across the board. You know, this is not just Walmart. This is happening everywhere. It's happening at all stores around. And right now, there's not much you can do about it. What I would suggest is don't assume that one store is going to have the lowest prices, because you don't know anymore. Things are changing dramatically. So definitely shop around. Shop sales when you see sales. That's what I'm doing. And then also choosing to buy less, you know, so going more of the frugal route. And that's something that, you know, I'm not always that great at, because it is hard for me not to just kind of shop when I feel like I need something. And sometimes delayed gratification is hard, even for me. And I've been, you know, frugal for quite some time now, ever since getting married. But it's something that we need to do. It's like I'm not even buying much of anything, but yet I'm spending so much money just on groceries. So it's really...
I've seen a video about Walmart removing the little perforated price tags and raising the prices. So since I was going to be there doing some grocery shopping today, I figured I would stop and look. Now, some of them had all of the little perforated price tags removed, but if I kept searching, I came across a few that had the original prices yet on them. But you really have to search. So like that first one was only a 50-cent increase from the original. This one was $12.98 and now $13.98, so a full $1 increase. These guys, another one that most of them are ripped off, but then I found one for $10.98 and they are marked $11.98. These pants, I couldn't find one that was still had the original on there, so I don't know. Which, this is all because of Trump's tariffs. And $1 might not seem like much, but it's going to add up. Obviously, these guys didn't have the price change yet, which I thought was kind of surprising. But with Walmart specifically, so yeah, it's $1 here, 50 cents there. This is again another $1 one. That wouldn't be such a big deal if it wasn't for the fact that they had record profits for last fiscal year. So there you go.
It looks like what's going around the internet is true. This t-shirt, $9.98, but this one doesn't have a tag. These ripped off tag, but this one still has it for $7.98.
One thing I won't do is I won't make up these prices. But I was looking for some foil, right? And this is 50 square feet. Look at this price. Now y'all can't tell me that.
That is crazy. $10 for some aluminum foil that once you wrap up whatever you need to wrap up, it's going to go in the trash. But again, I and many people, we talked about this 6 months ago, letting folks know that these tariffs are not going to be paid by China. They'll be paid by us here in America. Okay?
That this was the same price this time last year. So I won't get this brand. No, I won't. I'll get this brand for $7.80.
Now that's usually the brand I get because it's literally the same as Reynolds. That brand used to be around $4. No, like I'm shocked looking at this and seeing it almost $8. It used to be like $3.90 something.
And I'm gonna get 100 square feet. And it is heavy duty. So I'm gonna get the great value.
I'm in Walmart right now. So Walmart came out and said that they're also gonna have to raise prices because of the tariff increase. A year ago it was 10%, now it's 30%. Of course, very recently, it was shot up to 145%. The one thing I can't help but think about is how many shelf labels there are in here. Like, this is just the wiper blade aisle. So now, because of this fight that no one asked for, still no one can defend and understand, every retailer out there is going to have to change their price tags. The logic initially was to do American made, but even that is thrown out the window. Yet another way we stick it to the hourly worker, right?
That's because they're passing it along to the consumer. I know you guys like listen to everything Taco says, but he's a liar. Him saying that Walmart was going to eat it, or even if Walmart said it, they're not. There's ample evidence out there to support this, and they've even put out a whole list of items that have gone up due to the tariffs, and they've lost millions of dollars, maybe more so far, due to the tariffs. And I'll put the link in this post so you can educate yourself, but it's Americans who lose because of the tariffs. We pay it. When they boast all these billions of dollars of revenue brought in from the tariffs, it's from us. We're paying it. The tariffs take $2,400, an average of $2,400 out of Americans' pockets every year. And a lot of us are working hard and just barely getting by, many of us, because, you know, things are expensive. It's very expensive out here. And so, meanwhile, you have him like just being very erratic with trade policy that doesn't make any sense, and it hurts Americans. It's bad for Americans. Also, they just did the biggest transfer of wealth from working class and middle class folks to the wealthy in that big beautiful bill. It's shit all over Americans, but you guys get like all wrapped up in his like rhetoric, America first, when he don't give a fuck about America. He don't care about us.
All right, so Walmart has spiked their prices on produce, on essential needs. The reason that they're doing this is because of Donald Trump tariff. Let me be the first to let you all know that's a bunch of crock shit. Giving us that excuse, I bet all your CEOs keep their same salary. Yeah, see, they not getting affected by the tariff, are they? Yeah, y'all bullshit. There's way too many grocery stores out there to still be shopping at Walmart. I think we all can understand that Walmart has worse produce. Have you all ever tried eating that fucking apple or banana? It's like eating a styrofoam. A lot of that shit is loaded with chemicals that's creating cancer amongst us. Understand, people, this is a good time to go to mom and pop places, the ones that's been struggling, that American small business family own, and make them famous. You know, put some money in their pocket, because in most cases, a lot of these small mom and pop grocery stores have the most organic shit. Let's do it, people. You go to Walmart food aisle, nothing but sugar. It ain't nothing healthy in that month. They don't even try. That's how much they don't give a shit about us. I'm not shopping at fucking Walmart, man, for no goddamn food. Are you shitting me? Buying food from Walmart is damn near worse than going to fucking McDonald's.
Guys, y'all ain't gonna believe this freaking crap. Me and my husband just left the grocery store, walked there with not even 4 bags.
This is what y'all fucking voted for. So you have no one to blame but your damn selves. Because you put us all in this fucking mess. And we don't appreciate it.
Sad day in America when all we can afford is some ground beef. Work 40 hours all week and can't even afford a steak. Something going on. Come on now, Trump. Help us out.
I fucking love that for you guys. Bro, listen, I thought Trump said that steak prices were down 220%. Aren't you guys sick of all this winning yet? And besides, Trump's out golfing in Scotland right now, where he was caught on film cheating, by the way. I don't know what's more sad, the idea that this guy thinks Trump can help them, or believing that he would help them. 40-hour work week and you can't afford a steak in this beautiful Trump economy? Sounds like skill issue. It's gotta be Obama's fault. Have you tried pulling yourself up by your bootstraps? I've been told that this is how you successfully handle poverty. I think you need a second job, bro. Or better yet, why not just use your Doge checks that you got back in February? That's gotta be good for a couple of steaks, right?
Point, the groceries are just laughable. I'm so like offended by the prices that I'm actually have to laugh to keep from crying. This is what I bought for myself, not even my wife, just for me the next 2 days to eat, because I want to eat healthy before the holidays. I got some grass-fed ground beef, some turkey deli meat, some lettuce, cheese, tuna, carrot sticks, blueberries, almond butter, coffee, and I got a case of water under there, which is like $4. Do you have a guess on what this is? $86.77. How? This is for 2 days. Now, the berries and the almond butter and coffee are going to last me probably a week. So let's say $70 every 2 days. Just for me. That'd be $1,000 if I want to eat this healthy for the entire month, not including my wife. And what about all of you out there with kids? And of course, every few days I get the paper towels, the grocery bags, you know, bars of soap, and that is going to add up.
97 cents for a frickin' orange, 12
$6.47 for freaking string cheese. Wow, locking up the Slim Jims.
Oh, not them locking up the Slim Jims. Oh, it's getting bad.
Look at this small bag of pretzels, guys. Look at this. This is where it's filled. $6.48, but only $5.83. Nuts are for rich people. Look at that. That's even great value. Who drinks that poppy? $15 for soda? Wow. Look at the price of that for a bag of chips. $6 for cookies, guys. $5.27 for some damn Cheez-Its. How long before you think people are going to be rioting in the streets? But we can afford a $200 million ballroom at the White House, a $1 billion refurbishment on a plane that we're going to give to him when he's gone, and then we have to buy a new plane. Super Bowl, NASCAR, UFC fight, $45 million one-day birthday parade, Medicaid cut, SNAP benefits cut, FAA cut, USDA cut, FEMA cut. What are you paying taxes for? It's a good question, no?
The price of 1 pound of ground beef is now higher than the federal minimum hourly wage. Are we great yet?
If you think feeding your family is expensive now, just wait. So ground beef just hit its highest price ever in American history. The thing that most of us rely on for burgers, tacos, and spaghetti night, it's becoming a luxury. And it's not stopping here. The experts say that the prices are going to keep on going up and up. Why? Well, it's a couple of things. You got a mix of drought, high feed costs, reduced cattle supply, and corporate consolidation. That means fewer options, higher prices, and families having to make more tough decisions at the grocery store. Even basic meals are turning into a budget challenge. And remember, this is not just about beef. This is about the cost of living. It's another reminder that the average family is being priced out of normalcy. You're not crazy for noticing everything feels harder lately, because it is. And what's being done about it? Not much. Big corporations are raking in profits while you're deciding between milk and meat for the week. So next time you hear someone say the economy is doing great, I want you to ask yourself something. Great for who? Because it damn sure ain't the family that's trying to make tacos stretch for a week.
I spent $100 and it's just me and my husband. I'm like, how are people affording to feed their kids and their family? Oh my God. I spent $100 in just this. This is not a lot for $100
at all.
It's so crazy how everything's just so expensive now. Oh my God. And I don't even have kids yet.
Is anyone else noticing their grocery bill going up a lot? Because I shop at Sprouts 90% of the time, and I used to spend about $100 for 2 bags of groceries. That would probably be roughly 2 to 3 days worth of food for me and my family. And that's gone from $100 to like $140, $150 now. And that's a big jump. I mean, I know tariffs and everything going into effect, prices are supposed to rise, but that's a lot. That's like a 50% increase in the span of, I don't know, 5 months, 6 months. Just wondering if anyone else is noticing that. And by the way, how are people affording this? Like, if you're someone who needs to be on a strict grocery budget every month, like, how do you account for that? That's a huge price increase. It's crazy.
All right, so you guys just saw all of those reactions, what people had to say about Walmart grocery prices. It is getting real out here, so I'm glad that Charlamagne the God called out Trump and stated that. You know, the last lady says, how are people surviving out here? Barely for some people, especially if you've been laid off, if you're out of work and you're still trying to find work. These, you know, recruiters are not calling back. People are not hiring like that. So it's getting really scary. And even for people who would be able to normally fall back on food stamps, all of those programs are being cut. Food stamps, Medicaid, you know, housing vouchers, Section 8. So it's extremely frightening what is going on. And it's like, if it's getting this bad now and we're just now hitting the end of summer, understand and trust that we're going to have a cold, cold winter. And I've been saying this for a long time. That's why I was telling y'all all spring, please start a garden. Please start trying to grow some stuff. Right now, the way things are going, it's going to get a lot worse before it may potentially even start getting better if it does get any better within the next year or so. Because let's not forget, with, you know, the immigrants not picking the food because they were, you know, dodging ICE and everything else, that caused a lot of the food to rot this summer, meaning that they weren't able to be harvested and sent to these grocery stores. So, and then also let's not forget that the ports are empty. A lot of things are not being shipped to the US. So while, you know, things were okay earlier in the springtime, now we're getting towards the end of summer, winter, and so the supplies that we had are starting to dwindle. And nobody's really trying to send stuff here because of these high tariffs. So it's just, child, we just gonna have to pray, honey. At this point, we're just gonna have to pray and hope that things start looking up and getting better. But again, like I said, prepare, save, bust out those coupons, you know, stack up on what you can stack up on, toiletries, food, things like that, because everything is just going to get more and more expensive, unfortunately. So tea sippers, I leave the conversation up to you guys. Let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Let me know your thoughts on everything concerning the drama that went on with Charlamagne the God and Trump. And then also, how do you guys feel about what everybody's saying online about Walmart switching to digital tags and taking out the original tags and grocery store prices just getting super expensive? Are you guys seeing this where you all are living as well? So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Leave a comment down below. I look forward to reading them. Don't forget to like this video and share the video, and I'll talk to y'all later. Deuces.
If you want the latest news in the streets, join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovelyti TV show, bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovelyti TV show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.